Grace beyond the walls. In a small town called Edenville, two women lived very different lives. Mary was known by everyone as the church girl. She sang in the choir, never missed Sunday service, and dressed modestly. People respected her and always said, "That's a woman God surely loves." Across the dusty street lived Ada, a prostitute. She stood outside bars at night, wearing bright clothes and heavy makeup. Men came and went, and the town whispered her name in shame. No one greeted her in public, not even the pastor's wife. But deep inside, Ada carried a broken heart. She never wanted that life. She had been forced into the street after her parents died and her uncle threw her out. Every night after her last customer, she would go home, kneel beside her small bed, and whisper, "God, if you still see me, please, don't forget me." One rainy night, Mary's church held a big revival. Everyone came, except Ada, who stood outside, afraid she'd be thrown out. As she turned to leave, she heard the pastor preach. God doesn't look at your clothes or your past, He looks at your heart. Ada froze. Tears rolled down her cheeks. For the first time in years, she felt something warm, hope. She stepped inside, trembling, and fell to her knees. The crowd stared in silence. Some whispered, "What's she doing here?" But the pastor came down from the stage, knelt beside her, and prayed. That night, Ada gave her life to God. Months passed. Ada stopped walking the streets. She started helping at an orphanage and teaching young girls about self-worth. She had little money, but her peace was rich. Meanwhile, Mary, the church girl, began to grow proud. She often judged others, saying, "Some people are too dirty for God to use." Her prayers became empty words, and she looked down on everyone she thought was less holy. One day, a great storm hit Edenville. Many homes were destroyed, including Mary's. But Ada, who had been working and saving quietly, opened her doors to shelter the homeless, including Mary herself. Mary wept, saying, "How can this be? You, the one we judged, are now the one God uses to save us." Ada smiled softly and replied, "Because grace isn't earned in church. It's given by God, even in the darkest street." That night, the town finally understood. God doesn't bless people because of their reputation, He blesses the heart that truly seeks Him.